If we go to localhost/API/auth/discord, you can see we get the authorize, and then we get sent to our homepage. After that, we can go into 9000/API/user, which will go ahead and give us our tokens. Hey there, I'm Paper with the North Solution, and today we're going to be going over a full authentication system for our Discord dashboard. And we will be... This will be episode 6 in the series, and we'll just go and get started. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and cd into the backend folder, where we're going to go ahead and install a few packages. So we'll install Express, Session, Passport, Discord. From this guy, we need Prisma, Session, Store, and we'll need Crypto.js. After that's done, we're going to go ahead into the backend folder. We're going to go into the source folder, Prisma, schema.prisma, and I am just going to go ahead and copy these real quick, and we'll go over them. So first, we're making a session, which will have an ID, which is a string, and at ID, and we'll map it to _ID. This is for MongoDB. We'll say session ID, which is a unique string. Data will be a string. Expires at will be date time. We'll then have an ID, which is an object ID for MongoDB. We'll map it to _ID. Default will be auto. It will be an at ID, type of string. Discord ID will be a unique string. Username will be a string, access token will be a string, and refresh token will also be a string. And I think that yes, I did mess something up. This needs to be an O. There we go. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and do npm run db push, which is something we created last time. And then we're gonna go into the .env folder or file. We'll say crypto secret will be that, and then we're gonna go ahead and say open SSL rand base 64, and we'll make it 64 characters. This is what we're going to be encrypting our tokens with. And after that, we can close out of those files. After that, we're going to go into the source folder, where we're going to create a new folder, which will be strategies. And inside of that will be a discord.js file. We're going to go ahead and import a couple of things. We'll import passport from passport. We'll import strategy from passport discord. We'll import crypto.js from crypto.js, and we'll import Prisma from /utils/prisma.js. Okay, after that, we're gonna go ahead and do passport serialize. We'll say user and done. We'll go ahead and say console.log serializing user, and we'll say done will be no error, and user.id. After that, we'll also go ahead and passport deserialize user. We'll make this async. We'll say ID and done, and then we'll make it a function. So in here, we're gonna go ahead and say console.log. We'll say deserializing user. We'll say try catch. We'll go ahead and console.error, the error, and we'll say done will be error and null. After that, we're gonna go into the try catch. We'll say user equals await prisma.users.find unique where ID. After that, we'll say if no user, throw new error, user not found. And then we'll say done will be null in the user. Okay, next up, we're gonna go ahead and actually use passport. We'll say passport.use. We'll do new strategy, which will be a client. Well, we'll have an object which will have a client ID with process env client ID. And remember, we set these values last time. Process.env.client ID, client secret, sorry. We'll say callback URL will be process env redirect URI. And scope will be identify and goals. After that, we're gonna go ahead and comma. We'll say async access token, refresh token, profile, and done. After that, we'll say try catch. And we'll say console.error, error, and we'll say done will be error and null. After that, we'll say const enc access token. We'll say crypto.js.is.encrypt access token and process.env.crypto secret. What this will do, this will go ahead and encrypt our access and refresh token. And we also need to do toString. After that, we'll say const user with await prisma.users.find unique. We'll do where Discord ID if equals profile the ID. If no user, we'll say const new user await prisma users.create. This will be data, Discord ID, profile ID, username. Make sure to add a comma. Will be profile.username, and we'll say access token, which will be inc access token, refresh token, inc refresh token. After that, we'll say return, done, no, new user. All right, then we'll say const updated user or update user. So await prisma.users.update where Discord ID is equal to profile.id, and we'll say data. We'll update the username, profile the username, access token, the ink access token, and we'll say refresh token, ink refresh token, and we'll say refresh token. All right. Then we'll say return. Done. No. Update user. All right, that's it for this file. After that, we're gonna go ahead and go back into the env, where we're gonna add another secret. I'll call it session secret. And we'll go ahead and paste the command in again. So we get another secret, which will then be added to our env. All right, now we need to go into our app.js, where we're gonna go ahead and say imports for passport. So we'll import /strategies /discord.js. We'll import Prisma session store from add Prisma session store. We'll import session from express session. We'll go ahead and import passport from passport, and we'll import auth router from /routes auth.js. So we imported auth router. We'll also import the user router from /routes/user.js. And these do not exist yet. We will go ahead and make those later in the video. We are going to go ahead and get rid of all of the previously created code, except for the .listen. And we'll say app.use will be express.json. We'll app.use express URL encoded, extended true. We'll say app.use session. We'll do store. Will be new Prisma session store. Prisma. We'll say check period will be 2 times 60 times 1000, which will be in milliseconds. We'll say db record. If I can add a comma, db record ID is session ID. True. We'll say db record ID function. So it's undefined. After that, we'll say secret will be process env session secret. Save and initialize will be set to false. Resave will be set to false. Key will be set to max age, set to 1000 times 60 times 60 times 60 times 24, which will be 24 hours. And after that, we'll go ahead and say app.use passport.initialize. We'll say app.use passport.session. Now we'll say app.use /API/auth will be auth router, and app.use /API/user will be user router. Alright, after that, we're gonna go ahead back into the source folder where we'll create a routes folder. In this routes, we'll say auth.js. In here, we'll say import router from express, and we'll import passport from passport. Then we'll say const out router equals router. We'll do app router or auth router get / discord, which should be passport authenticate discord. We'll do auth router get / discord / redirect. Passport authenticate discord. And we'll say rec res return res.redirect to http localhost 5173, and I will go ahead and add a comment. You will have to change this to your production domain, and we'll go ahead and format all of this. And after that, we'll say export default will be auth router, and that is going to do it. And I do believe that we're gonna go ahead and have to have a look at the redirect URI on our Discord development application. Okay, so we'll go into the bot dashboard, we'll say OAuth, and as you can see, we called this API Discord callback. So we're gonna go ahead and change this to redirect. We'll save the changes, and then we can close out of that. All right. Now, let's also go ahead and make a user.js in the same folder. We'll import a router from Express. We'll user router equals router. User router get / we'll do rec res if rec is unauthenticated. We'll say return res.json error unauthorized. Please log in and try again. I just realized that we also need to change the redirect URI to /redirect in order to prevent any errors from happening. If it does succeed, we'll do return res.json, which will be rec.user. After that, we can go ahead and export default user router, and we can then go ahead and do npm run dev, which will go ahead and start up our local dashboard. It will start it on 9000. It's /API/auth/discord. And then we should be redirected to the Discord page where we can go ahead and authorize. Alright, so I have figured out what the issue was. For the redirect URI, you'll need http://localhost:9000 API auth discord /redirect. Be sure to also apply this to your .env. Be sure to start your front-end server as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and restart this one. to do all changes. And then if we go to localhost/API/auth/discord, you can see we get the authorize, and then we get sent to our homepage. After that, we can go into 9000/API/user, which will go ahead and give us our tokens. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to press that like button. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, peace.